Ladies and gentlemen, let's be very clear. I want you to listen to me very closely here today, okay? This is not a joke anymore. This is a very serious situation for Bitcoin. We have entered no man's land. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean the price region between $74,000 and $86,000 is a price region in which Bitcoin has no historical data within. We cannot predict what is going to happen within this price region because Bitcoin has never really been in this price region for any significant period of time ever. In fact, we have 4 days of price action in this region total in the entire history of Bitcoin. We have no idea what will happen in this price region for Bitcoin, but what we do know is at the bottom of this price region is the last chance for Bitcoin to flip back to the upside before the structure is totally and utterly ruined. We will discuss all of that today. We'll discuss the weekly candle close, which is coming very shortly, which we need to see closing bullish because right now the altcoin market is at serious threat of breaking down from a 2.5-year long support line on the RSI, the momentum indicator. Ethereum is desperately clinging to a major macro support zone. If we break below that, we're going back to prices we haven't seen since 2023, which would be absolutely brutal and unprecedented at this part of the cycle. And the S&P 500 is also, like Bitcoin, in a terrible situation right now. So I want to be very clear here. Let's not get it twisted. I am still macro bullish simply because we are still in a macro bull market. But I'm not optimistic here. This is not looking good. We need to see something happen very quickly. However, again, we have not broken below the indicator, which I am determining as the bull market indicator at this point in time. We have not broken below the Gaussian channel on the weekly chart, and therefore we are still in a macro bull market at this point in time. But risk is here, that's for sure. Before we get into it, if you're going to be in the cryptocurrency market, if you're going to buy and sell cryptocurrency, you need to be on a good exchange. You're trusting exchanges to keep your money safe as you hold coins in the wallets on the exchanges, and you're also paying the money in trading fees every time you make a buy or sell. So it's very important that you get on a good exchange, a reliable exchange, and that's why I like the Bitfinex exchange. In its 3.5 years of being around in the cryptocurrency market, it has not once ever been hacked before. That's exceptionally good. And if it is hacked, it has security information available, reserves information available, so that you can potentially get reimbursed on your funds that you may lose in a hypothetical hack, which again has not happened yet. On top of this, it is available to every single one of you watching this YouTube video. It is global, non-KYC. You'll have no problem signing up regardless of where you are in the world with no VPN required. That's insanely good for people in the USA specifically these days. And with my referral link down below, you can get an exclusive 15% trading fee discount just with the Wolves of Crypto referral link. So go ahead and use that link down below and get that 15% trading fee discount attached to your account for life, as well as up to $8,000 in rewards. You can see it on the screen right here where I've highlighted just by signing up with my referral link. So check it out if you're interested. Let's get into the content. Guys, if we rewind the clock on Bitcoin just to 4 days ago, we had a situation in which we had the tightest compression that Bitcoin had seen, according to the daily chart Bollinger Bands, since all the way back here in January 2023 at the very end of the last cryptocurrency bear market. You can see it right there on the screen. Extremely tight compression on the Bollinger Bands led to an explosion. It is this situation right here in January 2023 and many others in between that led me to believe we would be seeing an intense move in the market within a very short period of time. By the end of February, I said over and over again, and of course it is the end of February now, and this move has occurred. We've seen a dramatic move to the downside over the last 4 days on Bitcoin, unfortunately putting Bitcoin in a very risky, dangerous situation, very treacherous waters here. Not only did we break down from our macro support line in yellow, which stems back from the 2021 bull market, as you can see on the screen right here, but we also broke down below another minor support zone at around 86,000, which had a slight chance of offering us support here and potentially reversing this breakdown. We broke down below that level as well, and we've seen a resistance support flip from that level on a daily candle close, and we are now dead smack bang in the center of what I like to call no man's land. Let's be very clear here. Listen to me very closely. The only way that analysts can ever predict price action, right, is by using indicators and using historical data. There are no indicators. There are no important moving averages. There's no Bollinger Band. There's no Gaussian channel. There's no bull market support band. There's no 50 EMA. There's nothing in this price region between 74,000 and 86,000. And on top of that, there's no historical price action. We don't know where the support is. We don't know where the resistance is. in a way, we're actually in price discovery in this price region. Now, price discovery usually only happens to the upside, but it happens to the upside because you've got no historical data. Just like what would happen if we broke above to $115,000, we'd be in price discovery, wouldn't really know what to say. We don't really know what to say right now because we're in price discovery. We've never been here before. We've never spent any time in this price region before. And so it's very, very difficult. It's actually virtually impossible for me to give you any sort of insightful analysis into what should happen in this region between 85,000 and around 74,000 because we've never been here before. I don't know what will happen. No one does. All we can do is try and look at these short-term charts and these short-term patterns. And unfortunately, on the topic of short-term patterns, we're in the middle of a move, right? We haven't seen enough consolidation for any meaningful pattern to form. Potentially, there could be some sort of descending channel here, but it would not surprise me if that breaks. We're in the middle of a move. There's still very, very high volume. There's no stability in this market right now. So doing short-term analysis, in my view, is stupid. So all we are restricted to right now is this. We know that there is a massive level of support at around 74,000 to around 71,000. And we also know that that massive level of support is basically the last line of defense for Bitcoin. Because if we break below this pink square right here, which I'm drawing out, what do? We re-enter the prior macro price range that took 8 months of consolidation to break outwards of. We're not meant to do that in a bull market. We should not do that in a bull market. There's indicators like the weekly chart Gaussian channel that are basically telling us we should not be doing that in the slightest in a bull market. This indicator, the weekly chart Gaussian channel, has been extremely influential on Bitcoin, historically speaking. It has divided the bull markets and the bear markets with almost a 100% degree of certainty and accuracy in the past. Whenever we enter the Gaussian channel, whenever we specifically break the center line of the Gaussian channel, we move through the Gaussian channel, okay? Breaking the center line and even entering it to some extent is synonymous with moving through it. So if we enter the Gaussian channel here, just look at the screen, enter it, move through it, move through it, move through it, move through it. So with the Gaussian channel currently sitting at 71,000 and the prior macro price range in the same region, it's becoming very clear to me that the last line of defense on Bitcoin on a macro scale is somewhere above the $70,000 mark. As soon as we get into the 60s, it's getting really, really rough, okay? The issue is this. We cannot really say that the 4-year cycle is invalidated until we get to October this year. And what I mean by that is the 4-year cycle is based on date range trends. Okay, it's based on dates. It's not based on price. It's not based on structure. Realistically, we can see anything happen structurally and the 4-year cycle will still be active. The 4-year cycle is simply based on this. If we get to October 2025 and we are not at an all-time high, it's over, it's invalidated because the date range trend that predicts where the tops and bottoms are gets thrown off. That's the only thing that matters to the 4-year cycle. The 4-year cycle doesn't care about Gaussian channel, doesn't care about macro structure. It cares about one thing and one thing only. Is Bitcoin at an all-time high at this specific date? And is Bitcoin at a bear market low at this specific date? So I can't really sit here and say that if the Gaussian channel breaks, the 4-year cycle ends. What I can say is that if the Gaussian channel breaks and we break into the Gaussian channel, it becomes, in my view, likely that the 4-year cycle will end. But it's not actually ended until it's literally fully confirmed. Unfortunately, the situation we're seeing on Bitcoin is not just exclusive to Bitcoin. Altcoins are in an absolute state of disarray. Ethereum is hovering on top of the support level that has not seen breakdown since 2023, right? 2 years ago was the last time we were in this price region on Ethereum. It's brutal. We cannot afford to go down much lower here on Ethereum. It would be absolutely tragic. The last time that Ethereum was this low, Bitcoin was in the $30,000 region. That just shows you how destroyed altcoins are. We look at the total 3, which is the altcoin market cap chart, and we see that it's hovering below a 2.5 year long macro support line on the RSI. Truly a brutal situation. If we get a bad weekly candle close, if we break that line, you can only imagine what's coming next for altcoins. So we need to avoid that. We need to get good closes here. We need to see a market reversal as soon as possible. We can't afford to keep taking blows like this. People are saying, and this is what I mentioned in the introduction, I'll address this now, and then I'll end the video because there's really not much else to say, unfortunately. I'll address this. People are saying, oh, Bitcoin's only down 27%. In prior bull markets, we went down with so much. Look at 2017, right? We were dropping bloody close to 40%, damn near 40% every single couple of weeks. Guys, let me be very, very clear with this, and I need you to listen to what I'm saying here. Percentage means nothing. Percentage means absolutely nothing. Structure is important. Why was Bitcoin dropping 40% every couple of months in the 2017 bull market? Quite simple. Because the structure permitted it. Look at the bull market support band, okay? Every single time we dropped, we bounced on the bull market support band. It was a structurally implied drop. Every single time we dropped, we were holding this same exact structural level that had nothing to do with the percentage. The percentage for downside was large because the percentage to the upside was large. Yes, we were seeing 40% drops, but we were also seeing moves over 200% on each occasion. We're not seeing that this time. We can't afford to see a 40% drop on Bitcoin. We have not made a move that is equivalent to what a 40% drop will be equivalent to. We have not got the structure intact that we had in 2017. Structure is everything, okay? Percentage means nothing. Just because we've seen something in the past on a percentage level, it does not mean we can see it again. Diminishing returns are real to the upside and to the downside. Please keep that in mind. So when I say that 70,000 to 74,000 is probably the last line of defense on Bitcoin, I mean it. I mean it from a structural perspective. I'm not talking about percentage. Percentage means close to zero. So my overall conclusion is this. We are in a macro bull market. We are still in a macro upwards trend. We have not seen a lower low on the macro scale, but we're in a very risky situation here. We've got a double top with a confirmed breakdown and a massive move to the downside after a 700-day compression. We are in no man's land. We have no historical price data in this region. And just below that no man's land is what seems like the final level of defense. So, you know, let's say this. My fingers are well and truly crossed. I'm not bearish yet. I don't think we're in a bear market yet, but this is a very, very uncomfortable situation. Guys, check out the Bitcoin exchange if you haven't already done so. It's 15% trading fee discounted with my referral link down below. You can get that discount attached to your account for life every single buy and sell you make. It's never been hacked before after 3.5 years of being live on the cryptocurrency market, which is an exceptional track record. Not many exchanges have that track record. It's global, non-KYC, so you can sign up from anywhere in the world. And again, with my referral link, 15% trading fee discount on top of $8,000 in potential trading bonuses. You can see it on the screen right there where I've highlighted. You can't go wrong. Sign up with my referral link down below from anywhere in the world. Appreciate that, guys. And the last thing I'll mention is this. My VIP group on Telegram. If you're interested in getting altcoin trading signals posted directly to your Telegram account 4 times a week, right, you can get them in Telegram on VIP. The links are down below. 160 other VIP members are in there. There's a group chat. We're discussing the market 24/7 if you're interested in that as well. It's a good community to be a part of. You can share charts, especially at times of high volatility. That chat gets very active. And some of the stuff posted in there is quite frankly informative. So if you're interested in that, check it out. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you soon.